Okay, welcome to new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC 252, 252, however you want to say it. Miocic versus Cormier for the UFC heavyweight title, with Stipe defending. Post-fight rundown of the main card, and my afterthoughts. So let's get started. To kick off the main card in the bantamweight division, we had Dashvili versus John Dodson, and there we go. Yeah, we had Dashvili versus John Dodson, and Merab won by unanimous decision. And yeah, I got this fight right on my predictions. Merab, landed takedowns, and I believe in the second, third round. And Dodson was just in defensive mode throughout most of the fight. The commentators are saying it was a chess match. I don't really think so. It was pretty much Dodson on the defense and trying to land whatever attack he could, which Merab just kept him guessing. And so it was Merab dominating it and winning the fight. And yeah, it was pretty much what I thought, Merab winning by decision. Then, yeah, I think Merab versus Marlon Vera, I think that'll be a good fight at bantamweight. Or if he still wants Sean O'Malley, assuming he's able to return in a reasonable amount of time, maybe that. But anyways, yeah, Merab is definitely going to be a contender for the belt down the line. Yeah, then we have a catchweight bout at 149.5 with Daniel Pineda beating Herbert Burns, and it was TKO elbows round 2. Wow, this one I got wrong. I thought Herbert Burns was going to be the future in the UFC, and I still think he can be. I mean, obviously right now his brother's at a whole nother level, but Herbert Burns still talented, and I think he can rebound from this loss. But Daniel Pineda looked great. He made weight. Herbert Burns did not, and Daniel Pineda not only made weight, but he beat someone that didn't make weight, and so he got his show money, his win bonus, and 20% of Herbert Burns' purse. And looked impressive with a big finish. So he looked really good in front of Dana White, and you could see Dana White's expression in the background. He looked ecstatic. And Daniel Pineda, he had a previous run in the UFC, and he's back after fighting in the PFL. And yeah, Daniel Pineda is looking good, and I can't wait to see more of him. Then in the heavyweight division, we have Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Junior Dos Santos, and Jairzinho won TKO punches round 2. This one was just what I expected of Junior Dos Santos. Like I said on my pre-fight show, where he's not going to shoot for single legs, not shoot for double legs. He's just going to try to stand and box and try to throw that overhand right, which if I'm his opponent's coach, I've said a million times, just be aware of this guy. You don't have to worry about him trying to take you down. If anything, if you have wrestling or good grappling, take him down. Jairzinho was kind of back and forth until Jairzinho started to rock Junior Dos Santos and pick him apart and destroy him. And yeah, Junior Dos Santos really came in with a bad game plan, because Junior Dos Santos has high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I think at this stage in his career, in order to evolve and become unpredictable, he needs to utilize that grappling more, and that's why he's on this 3-fight losing streak right now, in my opinion. But yeah, Jairzinho Rozenstruik looked good. I mean, he's rebounded from the Francis Ngannou loss, and it was a good win for him, so congrats to him. Then in the bantamweight division, the co-main event, we had Marlon Vera versus Sean O'Malley. Marlon Vera finishing Sean O'Malley in round 1, 4 minutes, 40 seconds, TKO elbows and punches. Great finish. Some people argue about the stoppage because Sean O'Malley's leg gave out on him. And I think it was a justifiable stoppage because Sean O'Malley's leg was really busted up, and Marlon Vera got a clean win here, and I can't wait to see more of him. And I do think he got robbed in I believe it was last fight, and so yeah, the Song and Dong fight. So yeah, he's definitely. Marlon Vera definitely should get a top 10 in his next fight at bantamweight. Then in the main event in the heavyweight division, Stipe Miocic defending the UFC heavyweight championship against Daniel DC Cormier. And yeah, Stipe, he won. He won the fight unanimous decision. Happy for him, as many of you can imagine. But yeah, the thing was, like, I don't know what fight the judges saw, because the judge I got at 49-46 I completely agree with. I think DC won round 4 and that was it. The first 3 rounds were Stipe, and round 5 was Stipe. I don't know what other round these judges saw. I mean, like, yeah, I get it. I've seen the stats. But no, I'm just like hypothetically saying is what fight did they see? Because Stipe looked dominant. He got dominant positions. He outstruck DC and just looked amazing. And I think Stipe should take a little bit of time off, spend time with his family, come back, fight Francis Ngannou in a rematch. And I think Stipe versus Ngannou, I think Stipe's even better now, and Ngannou's even better now. So it'll create an interesting match. And yeah, Stipe is tied now with Randy Couture for most UFC heavyweight title victories, and at 6. But Randy had 3 title reigns with 2 title defenses on one of them and 1 on the third. And Stipe had a title win and then 3 title defenses, and then a title win and 1 title defense, so 6 total. So, but in spread out differently. Right now I have Randy Couture and Stipe Miocic as the 2 greatest, tied for the greatest heavyweight champ in UFC history, based on those stats. Yeah, so I think Stipe could possibly win Francis rematch, and if he loses, then that's a trilogy, and then he wins the third fight. Now he has 7 title victories, and he breaks Randy's record, and now we can clearly define him as the greatest UFC heavyweight champ. No ifs, ands, or buts, but right now he's tied with Randy Couture. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on UFC 252. It was a great pay-per-view, some good prelim action, and yeah, the Chris Dukakis Parker Porter heavyweight fight was amazing, with the first round punches and knee finish, TKO finish. And also, yeah, it was good. And hold up, so yeah, a UFC on ESPN, Munoz versus Edgar, pre-fight show will be my next episode, it looks like, and that is going to be a fun card. And Pedro Munoz has been looking good as of late, and Frankie Edgar, it's been a while since we've seen him, so can't wait to see more of him. And yeah, so that's going to be a fun pre-fight show, and as always, until then, see ya.